Tuesday on an all-new Buffy. She slayed many demons.
What did I do?
But when you kill an innocent...
A girl is dead because of me.
And how many people are alive because of you?
How do you deal with the guilt?
I have to go to the police.
An all-new Buffy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Slade, the Buffyverse Revisited. I'm one of your hosts, I'm Jeremy.
I'm your other host, James.
And this week, we are going to be falsely murdering our way into Season 6, Episode 13, Dead Things.
Wow. Falsely murdering our way into, huh?
Right. Which means we could do the murder, I guess. No, to be falsely murdering, I guess we won't be murdering.
Nope. Yeah.
Damn,
no murder.
I really wanted to murder.
Well, sometimes you get to murder, and sometimes you don't get to murder.
Sometimes you get to win, and sometimes... Well, listen, I've always said, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
That doesn't sound like good advice to people.
No?
Yeah. No,
Okay,
I don't.
well, all right. Fair enough.
I'm going to have to disagree with that. How the hell are you, Jeremy?
Oh, I am right as rain. Yeah, I can't even think of anything quickly to say. Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're fine. Everybody's fine.
That's good.
How are you?
Well, Jeremy, I'm a pepper. You're a pepper. He's a pepper. She's a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
No, I don't want to be a pepper.
Oh, damn.
Well,
Okay,
I'll be a banana pepper.
Oh, a banana pepper. Okay, that's fair.
I like a nice fresh banana pepper.
Okay, fair. I'm good. I'm well. Everything's well. You're fine. I'm fine. Everyone's fine.
Am I though?
You said you were.
That's true.
I can only take you at your word. Take you at your word.
But I am. I very much am a known liar. So
you are a known liar. So
don't take everything I say at face value.
Gotcha.
You should always question anything that I say.
Okay. Is your name actually Jeremy?
No, it is actually Francis.
Francis.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And my middle name is Chevy.
Francis Chevy. Okay.
And my last name is something I can't share with you.
No, I wouldn't expect you to put that out on the internet like this.
It is in fact, the human tongue is unable to pronounce my last name.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. What? That's.
You have to have a forked tongue like my ancestry.
Like are you one of the underground reptilians?
I am. And I also am responsible for some of the Jewish space lasers.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Yep.
I fucking knew it.
It's me. And see, I'm not even Jewish. I'm just letting it be blamed on them.
Wow.
So,
that is...
See?
That is nefarious. That is nefarious.
It is nefarious. That is that's what my last name translates to in English, is nefarious.
So, Francis Chevy Nefarious.
More or less.
Gotcha.
More or less.
All right.
So, James, why don't you falsely murder us up some dates and deets for this week's Slepisode?
As previously stated, we will be falsely murdering our way into the 13th episode of the 6th season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the 113th episode of the series overall, Dead Things. Our credited writer this week is Stephen S. DeKnight, and our director is James A. Contner. Our original air date was February 5th, 2002 on the now defunct UPN network. Our Nielsen rating for this episode, 3.3, ranking it 85 out of the 130 primetime shows airing across network television that week, and number 3 out of the 10 primetime shows airing on UPN for that week. Our regular cast, as always, includes Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, Nicholas Brendan as Xander, Emma Caulfield as Anya, Michelle Trachtenberg as Dawn, James Marsters as Spike, and Allison Hannigan as Willow. Our guest stars this week include Danny Strong as Jonathan, Adam Bush as Warren, Tom Link as Andrew, Emma Linda Embry as Katrina, Amber Benson as Tara, Marion Calvert as Gina. My synopsis this week reads, if I can find it here, where did you go? My synopsis this week reads, Buffy tries to get to the bottom of why she returned from the grave strangely altered, allowing Spike to attack her. Meanwhile, Warren kills Katrina and frames Buffy for it.
Wow. Okay.
Talk about
Yeah.
burying the lead.
Well, mine's not much better, honestly. Mine reads, after Jonathan, Andrew, and Warren accidentally kill Warren's ex-girlfriend Katrina, they set Buffy up to make her believe it was she who killed the poor, unsuspecting girl.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we open, and oh my god, I threw up in my mouth immediately. We open on Buffy and Spike's crypt, doing the deed, just finishing doing the deed, and they are both, for some reason, underneath literal rugs on the crypt floor. And then they have like an actual conversation about decorating, and Spike's all like, are we having an actual conversation? And she says no, and he's like, he asks her if she even likes him, and she says sometime.
James, your volume just cut out. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, James is going to attempt to resurrect his sound. And in the meantime, I thought that I would talk to you all about the good news, which is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ has come back.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yep, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know why it did that.
It's never done that before, so I thought maybe the batteries died or something.
No, it's USB connected, so I don't know why it would do that. But actually, I'm going to stop because I would love to hear you talk about our Father who art in heaven.
Our Father who art the clown in heaven.
Yeah. So Spike's all like, "Do you even like me?" And she's like, "Sometimes." And then he pulls out a pair of handcuffs and he's like, "Do you trust me?" And she's like, "Never."
Now chain me up and spank me.
And then when I finished vomiting and I unpaused the scene, we catch up with the trio who have apparently moved into it's a house somewhere. I guess I don't know.
That's what I took it as. Although they're in the basement, so
yeah. And they're
they rented
like
a whole house. They rented a whole house so they could have a basement.
They could still live in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like setting up their new secret lair, and Andrew and Jonathan get into like basically a slap fight because they're pushing each other's stuff all over the place, and it's pretty funny. And then Warren breaks it up, and he's like, he tells them that they need to charge up the cerebral dampener, and they pull out the musk gland of some demon, and apparently it's pretty foul. And Jonathan does a little magic on it, and it imbues this butt plug with
Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what it looked like.
it imbues this butt plug with some sort of magics, and Warren reveals that it will now turn any woman of their choice into their sex slave.
Got it. And I was like, okay, well, as if the episode wasn't gross enough already with our opening scene, now we're going back to the rape and the I don't know, James. I don't know. I just don't know.
I immediately was like, this is not going to be. I had forgotten about this episode, except for one scene in particular. I had completely forgotten about this episode.
There's
and
lots of
even,
episodes I've forgotten about over the years, yeah.
And then even the scene I'm talking about, I didn't remember until it started to happen, and then I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you hit yourself with a brick.
Well, no, with my microphone, I was like,
yeah. The one you got, the one that was gifted to you from none other than Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson himself gave me this microphone. Yes.
There's like probably 70% of our audience right now is going, Johnny who?
Johnny who? Johnny.
Yeah, what's a Johnny Carson?
Right. Like the time I did the whole great Karnak bit and people were like, I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, and I was like, we might as well stop, James, because only 30% of our audience will know what we're talking about.
Right, exactly. And that's our cold open.
Yeah, we're gonna rape people. Ooh, we're villains. We like sexual assault.
Yep.
So anyway, we come back and we're at the Double Meat Palace. Yum, yum, yum. I can just smell it in Buffy's hair. So she takes a break when Tara shows up. There's a creepy, weird lady now that's working there too. She's clearly a retiree that's having to subsist on.
Oh, she was in the last episode too.
Oh, was she? I missed her.
The old lady? Yeah, that's Gina. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Gina. I'm sure she's quite dead now in real life. Because she was likely, like 70 in this episode, so she would be like 100 now. So, and you say her name's Gina? Was that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, well, Gina gives Buffy a very sour look when Buffy says that she's going to take a break, but Buffy fucks off anyway. Buffy does not care.
Right. Well, because Buffy's like, bitch, I'm entitled to my 15 minutes, so you fuck right off.
Yeah, you can stand here in your orthopedic shoes with your octogenarian fucking attitude, and I will be over here not doing that.
Jeremy, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think the Double Meat Palace is unionized?
Absolutely not.
No? Okay.
Hell no. This is even before California started mandating, or not mandating, but opening up and kind of passing laws to help the unions. So yeah, no, there's definitely no union in this fucking shithole. Quite frankly, I don't even believe they could pass health inspection. So,
probably.
I mean, we saw fucking Willow feed a demon penis into the meat grinder, and I guarantee no one fucking like that can't be cleaned. Like that has to be. You just have to throw the meat grinder away and buy a new one.
Right, and there was seemingly like no downtime for like health inspections after that. Like
right, multiple murders inside of this place.
Right. Like Buffy literally showed up for work the next day.
Exactly. Yeah, it's Sunnydale. What they did is they took all the corpses and they just fed them into the grinder as well. The cops did. And then they just put them in individual little sacks and took them to the landfill.
That makes sense.
As happens in Sunnydale.
Right.
So anyway, Buffy goes over to chill with... actually, they go into the back room like the break room, and I'm like, I don't feel like that's a thing that can. Like,
No.
I've
No.
never been able to invite one of my friends back to the break room anywhere I've worked. How about you, James?
Nope. In fact, there have been at least two places I've worked where even off the clock employees, it was frowned upon for them to be in the
In the
break
back.
room and in the
Yeah,
back. Yes.
yeah. Because if you're not clocked in and or you don't work at the place, it's a fucking insurance hazard for them. So,
Right. Right.
but anyway, They go back regardless, and they're chilling back there, and they're talking. Basically, Buffy wants Tara to quote look into the spell that brought her back, to see, because she's convinced something's wrong with her because Spike is able to hurt her, and blah blah blah. And she doesn't want to go to Willow, obviously, because Willow is on the wagon.
Right.
So that's why she's like, so listen, I know I haven't contacted you at all since you've left my roof, but now that I need you, I could really use your help.
Right.
And Tara's like, well, of course, that's my role in this show. And
Right.
Buffy's like, well, I'm glad you know your place. And then she slapped her.
Right.
And Tara's like, I'm sorry.
Tara was like, no, Tara was like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing. Like, I love everybody on the show, but I've always loved Amber Benson, right? And that's one thing I feel like she's not that great at is faking that kind of like stutter.
Yeah,
It never really comes across that
accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say, and this could just be like the writers or maybe even the director. I will say she does know when to do it, if that makes sense.
So she knows when to hold them and when to fold them, is what you're saying.
Right. She knows when to walk away and when to run.
When to run, okay. Because she
Right.
never counts her money while she's sitting at the table.
No, because there'll be plenty time for counting when the dealing's done.
Exactly. All right. No one knows what we're talking about there either, James.
No one knows. Everyone.
Only 30% of our audience.
Do you remember in the mid 80s through the early 90s, there was a series of TV movies with Kenny Rogers called The Gambler, and it starred all like the old time West, like the guy from The Rifleman, and
the guest stars for all these movies would be either past or in some cases present Western type actors.
Yes.
Chuck Connors, I believe that was
Chuck Connors. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I believe there was also, now I could be wrong. I know it's rare, but it can happen. I believe one of them, Tom Selleck was in, because he's done some Westerns before and after that, but
and
no one knows who Tom Selleck. No one knows who Tom Selleck is either. So we're right back to square one, buddy. We are very old. Very.
We are old.
So yeah, she wants Tara to do her this favor, for reasons, because she never does anything for Tara. And I'm like, is this really something that you need to go to someone for to figure out? Like, you couldn't just go get the spell book and like glance through it and be like, well, doesn't seem to me like there's anything. There's no words in there that says, FYI, send her back fucked up,
Right.
But
here's the thing, Jeremy. Amber Benson was contractually obligated to a certain number of episodes.
Yes. They're like, we got to squeeze her in. If we're sending this bitch a paycheck, she needs to be on set. And I'm like, hey, it's your fucking faults for writing her out of the goddamn show.
Right. Right.
One of the best characters on the show, and you're just like, you know what? I don't feel like we need her.
Right.
So like,
right.
I kind of feel like you do.
And not only like, just to jump ahead, like, she's gonna prove once again in next week's episode just how good she really is,
and how important she is to. I remember way back, okay, when the show was in its first run, and I remember not liking Tara for most of that first season she was in, and I thought, because I was still missing Oz, and I was like, no, man, I want my fucking Oz back. But she grew on me, and she became in my opinion, she became an important part of the Scoobs, and a great foil for Willow, and for lack of a better term, a great, like, I don't feel like, nostalgically, I want to say, oh, Willow and Oz were so great together, but really, it wasn't that long lasted, and I kind of feel like Willow and Tara were much better together.
Willow and Tara were endgame, yes.
Right. I mean, they had great chemistry. FYI, they are both lesbians in real life.
No, they're not.
No?
No.
No? Okay. Okay.
No.
I guess I made that up. Sorry.
Yes. Allison Hannigan's married to...
I know. To Wesley.
Alexis Denisov.
Yeah. Okay. I try to slip one in there. Every now and then I got to test you out, James, see if you're paying attention to me.
I'm not, but I'm still cognizant enough to know when you're wrong.
Which, again, is extremely rare, let's be honest. So let's see. Where are we going to? Oh, so Warren is now in a bar wearing a Walmart fucking suit. He has he has a Bluetooth earpiece in his ear, which, let's face it, folks, didn't exist then.
Not only is this suit atrocious, but when he's talking to Katrina later in the scene, she's like, "You thought you could just waltz in here with your pickup lines and your fancy suit?" And I was like, "Whoa, wait it. Is it though?
Let's not get ridiculous, Katrina. The tie looked like it came out of his dad's wardrobe from the 80s.
It was it was a green Donald Trump tie, and what I mean by that is it was about a foot too long than it needed to be.
And it was like at least 11 inches wide.
Yes.
So it basically looked like a bib.
Right. And whoever taught Warren how to tie a Windsor should be shot.
It was Jonathan.
No, Jonathan knows how to tie a Windsor.
True. It's Andrew who wouldn't know how to tie a Windsor knot. Yep. Because Jonathan Windsor knots himself up when he ties himself up to the bed.
For, autoerotic asphyxiation. Yeah.
Right, so he gets it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Warren is now in this bar with this atrocious Walmart suit. He has an earbud in, a Bluetooth earbud, which did not exist then in any way, shape, or form. No type of wireless earbuds existed then, period. Let alone a Bluetooth one.
I'm gonna Google it. You keep going.
Okay. And then he has this little quote-unquote spy camera, which is attached to his tie, which those existed then, so I don't have a problem with that. So he...
Bluetooth earpieces did exist in 2002.
Yeah, but what was the pricing then? About fucking $10,000?
Oh, that I don't know.
I mean, let's be honest. Nobody had them then, except maybe, like, the Secret Service and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, where am I at? Oh, yeah. So he's got a little spy camera on his tie, so that the nerds in the van can hear and see everything he's doing. And one girl walks by, and he's like, "Hey, maybe this one." And then another one walks by, and then another one walks by, and one of the nerds is like, "Oh, go to the one with the bazoombas."
Yeah, they're making all these lewd comments.
Yeah, and then this really tall, like, redheaded lady walks by, and they're like, "That one," but Jonathan's like, "She's too tall," and I'm like, "Jonathan, just so we're clear, you can't see over the top of a couch, so anyone's going to be too tall for you."
anyone will be too tall.
Right. Then he sees someone sitting at the bar, and he's like, oh, target acquired. And I'm like, So, he makes his way over there, but they're like, no, go to this one, go to that one, whatever. So he takes his earpiece out and drops it into someone's drink, which was, well, quite frankly, it was rude.
It was rude. It was rude.
So now they're going to drink...
Not as rude
drink
as
Bluetooth.
They are going to drink Bluetooth and earwax. Bluetooth
and earwax, because Warren does not clean them ears.
No.
Them's got some taters in there.
Yeah, and it is rude. Not as rude as using a device on someone to make them your sex slave, but definitely rude.
He's definitely ramping up the rudeness from here.
100%, yes.
So he makes his way over to said woman, and he slides into a chair next to her, and he's like, so how'd you get so beautiful? And she's like, well, frankly, I was born this way. Maybe it's Maybelline. And he's like, okay. No, she turns and she's like, do those lines really... Warren? And it's Katrina from... Was that last season before? Season before last?
Season before.
Yeah.
Last, yeah.
When we first meet Warren with the sex bot and all that stuff, this is his girlfriend that he treated like shit, like tells her to shut up all the time and fuck off and all. So
yep.
She's like, oh my God, what a loser. So they have a little back and forth, and she's like, yeah, I'm never going, yeah, we are done. We are done, and you need to fuck completely off out of this place. And, he's, oh, but I thought we could talk and, maybe patch things up. And she's like, yeah, that's never going to happen. I would just as soon see you catch on fire right now. And so she starts packing up her belongings to FO. And he pulls out the stainless steel butt plug. And I guess just holding it and making your hand be open makes it work directly on the person you want it to work on.
Apparently, yes.
It's... And, boom, she's, like, zapped, and she's like, she calls him master. And I was like, oh, God. This has got Joss Whedon written all over it.
I was surprised.
This episode is like his dirty, fucking nocturnal emission dreams.
I was legitimately surprised when I looked at the credits this week, and Joss Whedon's name wasn't like all over the script and director.
He was ghostwriting it. Then we cut back to Buffy returning home to the Sumer's house after her very fabulous day at work. And everyone's there. For some reason, everyone hangs out at Buffy's house, even when Buffy's not home. We've got Anya, we've got Xander, Dawn. Willow's there too, right? I can't remember. Yeah, she's there. Yep. Yeah, she's sitting on the couch. She belongs. She lives there. Dawn lives there. But Xander apparently never works anymore, and Anya never opens the magic box anymore. So they just got an eviction notice at the apartment.
They just got an eviction, yep.
Yeah.
And at the magic box, because she doesn't open it, so she's not paying the rent.
Oh, no. Giles continues writing the rent checks, unaware that there's no more money coming in. So, yeah, they're like dancing.
Which leads to his return in this scene where he just murders everybody.
With a baseball bat.
Yep. Full Ripper mode.
Yeah. Full fucking, yeah. He's like, listen, I have only been gone for a handful of episodes. You're about to meet Negan up in this bitch.
Yes.
And he just starts fucking wailing on skulls. Yep. And it's deserved, let's be honest.
It is deserved. 100%.
So Xander and Dawn are dancing around and blah, blah, blah. And Buffy sits down next to Willow and Anya. And But Willow said something funny like, I have a tiny sliver of self-respect left. I don't have to dance like this at the wedding, do I? And Buffy's like, oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, no, this is literally expected of you. You'll be having a solo dance, in fact, Willow, in which it will only be you up there, and all the lights will be off except you will be in a spotlight. And you will be expected to do some interpretive dancing for 22 and a half minutes.
She's like, you're going to have to do an interpretive dance for 40 minutes.
Yeah, she's like, dude, we signed you up for interpretive dancing for at least 82 minutes.
Right. And Willow's like, wait a minute. You expect me to do a 2-hour and 25-minute interpretive dance?
And Buffy's like, I don't get it. What's the big deal? It's only 3.5 hour long interpretive dance.
Right. And Willow's like, I don't know that I could sustain a 5-hour and 32-minute interpretive dance.
Yeah, and then finally Buffy's like, listen, I slay shit. I'm always being all physical and stuff. I'm pretty sure you could handle an 11-hour interpretive dance with no breaks.
Right. And then Willow's like, Are we even going to have time for me to do a year and a half interpretive dance?
And Buffy's like, we have nothing but time. A 4.5-decade interpretive dance will be fine.
Right. And then Willow's like, won't we all be dead by the time I finish this interpretive dance in the year 3131?
And by the time she finishes saying that, Buffy's killed herself. Because she can't go on. So Buffy gets upset because at one point they're like, hey, we're about to go to the Bronze. Do you want to come? And she's like, what? Is that something we still do? And they're like, not really, but occasionally.
Right.
When there's nothing else to write in.
They're like, the set's still there, so once in a while the writers move us over there. So.
Right. And Buffy's like, I don't know. She's like, I think I'll just stay home and masturbate and, I don't know, wash the grease out of my pubic hair. And, no, she's like, I'm going to stay home and have a bowl of popcorn and sit on the couch with Dawn. And then we hear a horn honk, and Dawn's getting her shit, and she's like, deuces, losers. And Buffy's like, what do you mean? And she's like, I'm going to what's-her-face's house, the one she...
Janice. Which
did you say
why
anus?
No, Janice.
Oh, Janice.
Which, why the fuck is Dawn still allowed to hang out with this bitch?
Buffy says that. She's like, and what planet do you fucking think I'm from? Do you think I'm from Stupidville? And then she punches Dawn, and she's like, don't you ever say that name in this house again. And Dawn's like, don't hit me. No, she does say that, though, like, do you think I'm an idiot to let you hang out with her? And then Willow pops up, and she's like, no, it's okay. I've already checked with Janice's mom.
Yeah, Janice's mom is picking her up.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I don't care if the fucking Bishop of Rome is picking her up.
Right.
Like, you're not in charge of her, thank you. I said no. So,
right.
Dawn, you need to fuck all the way off upstairs and hurt yourself when you get there.
Right. Yeah. Jesus himself could water walk his happy ass right
Jesus
into this
could
house.
water moonwalk into this bitch. And guess what? I'll take that little fucking glove off his hand and slap you with it.
And then make Dawn go to her room.
And hurt herself. Yeah, but no, it was weird to me that Willow was just like, no, I okayed it. And I'm like, what? When did you get parental fucking, rights here?
Right.
You didn't squeeze her out. Wait, neither did I. But anyway, Buffy's like, okay, I guess I lose the argument. And Dawn's all like, well, you're never here anyway. And then grabs her shit and runs out like always.
Dawn is getting worse by the episode.
Dude, by the scene, she's getting worse. And it's like, Then Buffy's like, okay, I'll go to the bronze with you since I'm a massive loser. And they're like, yeah, you are. I mean, fuck. I wasn't going to say anything, but I mean, if you're going to bring it up, I mean, God.
And they're like, well, before we go, could you please go shower? Because you smell like a double meat medley. Right.
Yeah, you smell like a double meat's taint, quite frankly. So then we cut back to the trio's lair, and they are.
I know. just suck it up and
yeah. They're being serviced champagne by Katrina, who they have dressed up in a French maid's outfit, and the one funny part is when why am I drawing a blank? Andrew. When Andrew takes his drink and he's like, he can't handle the champagne.
Yeah, like Warren's like, here's to crime, and they all take it, and Andrew's like, crime tastes funny.
yeah. He goes, crime tastes funny. So yeah, she's now a mindless zombie who keeps referring to them all as master.
Ugh.
And then Warren's like, okay, I'm gonna take her now to go back here to rape her. And they're like, whoa, what about us? And he says, don't worry. How did he say that? Don't worry, when I'm done, you guys can have her. Or something. When I'm done with her, you can have her. And I was like,
yeah.
So, oh god damn it. So they go into a bedroom somewhere in this basement. I don't know. They go into this room and they're making out all hot and heavy and stuff, and he's like, call me master, and she calls him master. Then she's like, tell me you love me, and she does, and then he says, say it again, and she does, and then he says, get on your knees. And I was like, I'll bet James is having massive flashbacks right now.
Yeah, to the time you held me hostage at your place.
What?
What?
Okay. Let's not go airing our dirty laundry, James. No. So she gets down on her knees, and she's about to, or he said something, and she's about to say something, and she stops. Or no, he says, "Call me master" again, and she says, "Yes, Warren." Yeah. And he goes, "What did you call me?" And she's like, "I called you War." And then she's like, "What the fuck? Where am? What the fuck?" And she starts beating his ass because the
dampener wore off. Yeah.
Yeah, because he is a bitch. So she's whipping, and oh my god, his shirt is half undone. He's got enough chest hair to clothe children in Africa. And I frankly threw up. I don't. If you do, I want you to kill yourself. I want you to die. So
I have no chest hair. I wax.
Okay, good to know. I wax just my taint and butt crack.
Wow.
I like to go right for the most painful area.
Yeah, clearly.
Hey, what do you think about maybe turning your phone the fuck off?
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Oh, okay.
I will move it though. It's on vibrate, but I'll move it so that it won't vibrate the desk.
There, let's make sure we do that. Okay. Yeah, anybody who's listening right now is like, what the fuck? What are they doing?
Look at me. I'm the phone now.
I'm the phone now. I am the phone.
I am the phone.
So she starts beating him, and she's thankfully at least, she's like, I will fuck you totally all the way up. And then she gets out. They get out back into the main area where the other two nerds are. And she's like, I'm out. You three are fucked up. She goes to bail. And he's like, grab her.
And she's like, you know, this is rape. And,
yeah, she's like, you guys raped me. And I'm like, well, technically they didn't, but they were going to.
Right. And they're like, no, we didn't even. And then she's like, she tells Warren that she's like, I hope you get locked up for this. And
then they find out that she is his ex.
Right.
Which they did not know.
And then that is the point when Andrew and Jonathan are like, that's messed up, dude. And I'm like, that's
fucked up.
And I'm like, that's the point where you're like, whoa, this is fucked up. Like,
yeah,
what?
that's their line. Right. You know, as long as it was, you know, an unknown fucking random stranger, it was going to be fine. But I mean, I can't believe this is your ex. I can't believe that you would stoop to this level, crime partner.
Right.
And so she goes to bail, and he's like, grab her, and they grab her, but she literally fucks them both up. And I'm like, yes, step on their throats now on the way out. She starts to go up the stairs, up the basement stairs, apparently, and Warren grabs her, and she proceeds to kind of fuck him up, too. And then he grabs, was it the champagne bottle?
I believe it was the champagne bottle, yes.
Okay, he grabs the champagne bottle, and he throttles her atop the head. One throttling, and she's fucking dead. Because Jonathan, or was it Andrew? One of them go to check, because he's like, get her so we can, I don't want to know what, but he's like, get her, and they go to get her, and whoever it was that was checking on her was like, she's fucking dead. And I was like, I'm going to have to call BS on that. Like, I'm not saying it didn't fucking hurt and it didn't fucking KO her and maybe give her a fucking concussion, but one little hit from a champagne bottle, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to decline. But anyway, she's fucking dead. And they're just like, whoa, now you've crossed the line, Warren. First of all, we find out she's your ex, and you murdered her. And they're like, right. Oh my God, we murdered her. We're gonna go to prison. And I'm like, whoa, you fucking two did not murder anyone. Warren murdered her. Now you two are pieces of shit who should never get out of prison. Let's make that clear. However, I can't, in clear conscience, say that you two are murderers.
Right. At most, they're accessories to murder.
I get, well, and it is California. I think they have some pretty strict law. But anyway, I was like, because if it was me, I'd be like, yo, I draw the line at rape. I don't kill. Okay?
It's good to know what your boundaries are, Jeremy.
I don't murder. I sexually assault. No, the whole goddamn thing is fucking gross, but
yeah.
You know, so he's like, so first he says to Jonathan, "Can you do a spell to?" And now they're all calling her it. Can you get rid of it to teleport it out of here? And Jonathan's like, no, and then he even says, no, it's too big. And then he's like, Warren, can you summon a demon that will devour it? And he's like, well, probably a such and such flesh eater. He's like, but I can't control it. It would probably fucking eat us too. And then Warren gets an idea. He's like, oh, I have a brilliant idea. At which point, if I'm one of those two, I'm like, you know what?
I think I've had enough of your brilliant ideas, buddy.
I think I've had enough.
I'm out.
I'm probably going to do 20 to 40 as it stands. And I'm going to go to the police and start my 20 to 40 and not add the death penalty to this. I'm going to turn state's evidence on you. I'm going to roll.
Gonna roll over.
I'm going to
over
roll
on
over like a fucking seal.
I'm
And,
I'm gonna roll over like a seal ready to get a minnow treat.
There you go. But they're just like, okay. And I'm like, fuck my asshole. These two fucking guys. We cut to the bronze. And, oh god damn it. Why do I have to do all the No, you know what? I'm not doing this scene. James, what's going on at the bronze?
Nothing. There's nothing happening at the bronze.
Absolutely nothing is happening here.
We cut to the next day at the magic box, and
oh god, this scene, dude. This scene actually doesn't make me. It didn't gross me out. It pissed me off.
This is the scene I was talking about earlier. Like I forgot about this episode,
but not this scene.
But I remembered this scene, but not until it started to happen, and then I was like, fuck, it's this scene.
And you're like, oh, I remember jerking off to this scene back when it first... No. Okay. Yeah, no, it's so fucking... It's irritating is not the right word. It is... It just pisses me off, this scene, because I'm like, this is... It's already bad enough this season that this is a bunch of shit Buffy would never fucking do.
Right.
And then they go, okay, go ahead, because I'm just go ahead.
So yeah, we cut to the bronze, and Xander and Anya are out on the dance floor doing a little swing jive dance, reminiscent of the dance they were doing back in Once More with Feeling in their apartment. And Buffy and Willow are talking about Willow's recovery, and then she ends up going out with Anya and Xander on the dance floor, and Xander tries to get Buffy to come out with her and with them, and she says no, she's gonna get another drink, and she ends up wandering up to one of the upper balconies there above the dance floor, and out of the shadows comes Spike, and he's monologuing about how, see, you don't belong in their world. You always end up here in the dark with me. And I'm not going to get into details about what's going on, but ultimately they end up having sex right there. And Spike makes her watch her friends dancing and whatnot while they're doing it. And
while he penetrates her, yes.
And he's like, doesn't it excites you, doing this right under their noses, doesn't it? And it just makes me so sick.
So shit. You do and you'll clean it up. So that episode is infuriating, and there was not a second of it that I didn't want to punch myself in the face.
Right. And I said to Darlene that as much as I hate the whole Spike Buffy thing, I hate it for two primary reasons. One, it's very non-Buffy.
Yep.
Two, I very strongly disagree with the way Buffy is using Spike.
Yeah. Oh, it's magic. Okay, no. Seriously. I was doing some reading of this episode after having watched it. Mm-hmm. I needed some kind of redemption. I needed something somewhere. So first of all, Sarah Michelle Gellar hated this entire season and wishes to this day that it never happened. And she's like, we just wasn't Buffy. And I was like, thank you. Whoever the writer or director was for this episode said that this particular scene was one that Joss Whedon had in his mind for the last year and a half. And he was like, and he said, I think it was the director, he said, unfortunately, it had to take place in my episode. So even he was not happy with this bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
So then we cut to the next day, and Willow and Xander are on their way to the magic box, and they run into Tara, who is leaving the magic box with a big old book, some grimoire.
A stolen book because she stole it.
She's thieving. She's thieving from the magic box.
Yeah.
It's some grimoire, and Willow and Tara have a little awkward convo right there outside of the magic box about Willow's recovery, and apparently it's been 32 days since Willow last used the spell. So it's been 32 days since Willow almost got Dawn killed in the car accident.
Yeah.
And then they leave. Tara's like, "Oh, that's fucking great. Kudos to you. Peace out." And she leaves.
Never loved you.
Never, right. I never really loved you. Bye. And then Willow throws herself in front of a Sunnydale bus.
And Willow is no more. I want to bring something up really quick, James.
Sure. Go ahead.
Do you feel at all, because I go back and forth on this, do you feel at all, even a little bit, Tara gave up a little easily on Willow?
No. I think, man, just maybe if Willow hadn't, man, she violated Tara in a way that it's just like listen, this sounds stupid to say because obviously this is fucking fantasy world, but if I put myself in Tara's place, I think I would do the same thing. Like, just mind wiping Tara like that to get out of a fight, and yeah, I don't think Tara gave up on her too easily at all. I think Tara did what Tara felt was best for Tara, and I don't blame her 1 second for that, or so no. The answer is no.
Okay. All right.
Why do you?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
So your answer is yes, you do.
No. Here's the only thing I think. I feel like she did the right thing by moving out and ending the romantic relationship. I just sort of feel like if she... See, that's not going to come out and sound right if I say that phrase. How do I say it differently? If she was interested in really trying to help Willow, save Willow, whatever, however you want to fucking say it, that she would say, listen, we're done. I'm moving the fuck out, but I love you. And I want to give you a chance to basically redeem yourself. Mm-hmm. And I will be there for you when I can to help you, to support you. There's only so much I can do, obviously, but to give you support and whatnot. And I will help you try to get off the crack. And
right. See, I think I would feel different about it if it had just been strictly the magic use. If Tara had been like, listen, you're using too much magic and you need to stop, and unless you can break this addiction, or until you break this addiction or whatnot, we can't be together, but I love you and I'll be there for you. But it goes beyond that. Like I said, it with the addition of Willow using the magic to mind wipe Tara, I feel differently about it. If that hadn't been an aspect of it, I might feel more like you do, but because of that, I don't.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
That's why I wanted to bring it up, because I was like, I wonder what his take is.
Yeah. So yeah, then they part ways. Then we cut to later that night, and Buffy's on patrol, but she finds herself at Spike's crypt at the door, and Spike can feel her presence there, and this is so fucking weird. He's like feeling the door up, and like he's all like,
While they play a Bush song.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Because I was like, that song, and I was like, is that Gavin Rossdale? That sounds like Gavin Rossdale. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh my god, it was a Bush song.
But yeah, like you noticed that too, right? Like he's touching the door, and he's all like,
oh yeah. He's like, yeah, I know you're there. You want some of this? You want some? Yeah.
It's just
I'm
so
like,
weird.
Oh, fuck.
And then like he opens the door, and of course he's got his shirt's on, but it's unbuttoned. So
right, he's got his abs on display.
Right, he pulls the crypt door open, and like the whoosh of the wind blows his shirt a little bit, and he steps out and like looks around, and Buffy's not there, and we cut to Buffy, and she's walking.
She's cutting.
She's cutting herself. She's like, "No, Spike is bad. No, Spike is bad. No." So stupid.
She's trying to stake herself.
Right. She's like,
wait, it doesn't work on humans.
No. But she dies anyway, because even though she doesn't turn to dust, she has just jammed a piece of sharp wood into her heart. She has just
pierced her heart. Yeah, so she's fucking gone.
Right.
This is now Spike the Vampire Fucker. That's the new name of the show.
That is. And it's literally just another season and a half of Spike traveling the world, bedding slayers and then killing them.
Yeah, it's Spike the Vampire Slayer Fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a terrible idea for a show, and I'm sorry that we came up with it.
We should hurt ourselves.
We should hurt ourselves. So she resumes her patrolling duties, and she hears a woman scream in the distance and runs off to it, and she's suddenly attacked by like these 3 demons, but time shifts, and suddenly Spike is there, and time shifts again, and suddenly Spike is like on the ground, and he's like, "The fuck you hit me for?" And we're like, "Come on, Spike, it's not the first time she's hit you, like fucking."
And it's like, "Hello, vampire slayer."
Right, like, and then he and Buffy are fighting these 3 demons, and time keeps altering to like, we keep seeing the same things play out again, and then new things playing out, and then Katrina's there, and she's laying on the ground sobbing, and then all of a sudden Katrina's there, and Buffy fucking punches her, and we see her roll down a hill, and then Buffy takes off after her, and Spike kills the remaining demons, and long scene short, Spike ends up down at the bottom of this hill with Buffy, and Buffy's all like, she's dead. I killed her. What did I do? And Spike's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here, so no one can tie you to this.
Here we are in the middle of all this, all these people moving about here. We need to go now before someone catches us out here in the middle of nowhere in these woods.
Right. We need to get the fuck out of the middle of these woods where nobody is.
Right. Because if we're as many people that just chill here, like we could be caught at any moment.
Right. And we see from behind a tree, another Katrina is watching as Spike pulls Buffy away from the scene, and
very roughly, I might add.
And then we cut to the trio in their van, and Warren is exceptionally happy with how things are turning out, and Katrina comes back to the van, and we see that it's actually Warren who's used that glimmer magic, or Jonathan who's used that glimmer magic again to make himself shapeshift into someone else, and
he's got her skirt and shirt on, which is hilarious.
yes, and like I said, Warren's very pleased, and he's like, we got away with it. This is perfect. And we see, unfortunately, an uncomfortable shift in Andrew, who has now also seemingly become more comfortable with the idea that they murdered Katrina and are getting away with it.
Well, I would say comfortable, considering he just fucking pulls it out all of a sudden. He's like, murder, murder, murder. No? Oh, Euro minutes. My bad.
Wow.
Jonathan drops down and he's like, let me finish you. Oh. Whoa. So now it became homosexual Euro minutes.
Oh, damn. Man, they can get away with so much on European television. But Jonathan remains extremely uncomfortable, to the point of snarkily remarking, well, it's still early, there must be other young women we can murder.
I'm like, but you know what? Let me stop you there, James, because fuck Jonathan. I'm sorry. Like, you don't get to take the high road after you were totally cool with, well, let's turn someone against their will into our sex slave and multi-rape her, and for possibly forever was their plan. So it's like, you know what? At this point, like, it's not like the plan was originally, hey, we're going to go into this museum and steal this diamond, and oh shit, we accidentally, by total accident, killed this guard. No.
Right.
No. It was much more,
We essentially drugged a woman.
Yeah,
and
we roofied a chick with magic, and we were about to take her to Pound Town.
Right.
Possibly forever.
Right. We roofied this woman in a bar and kidnapped her, and we're going to hold her hostage and rape her.
Possibly forever.
Right. So, yeah,
but,
you're absolutely...
Whoa. You hit her with a bottle that killed her. Now, I'm sorry. You're looking at fucking... You are looking at Saint Jonathan.
Right. No, I agree with you. I was just pointing out the...
No, yeah, I know, but I just thinking, you know what, Jonathan? I have to go ahead and say fuck you on this one.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Like, if you really want to do the right thing and maybe redeem yourself just a tiny little bit, go to the fucking police.
Yeah, like he should have done that immediately, that night. When the other two went to sleep, he should have snuck out, went to the police, laid it all out, and been like, listen, I'm ready to go to prison and have my prison pocket used for the rest of my life.
Wow.
And he's like, and I'm okay with that because I'm very small.
I'm very small. I understand that I'm going to have to do whatever I can do to survive.
But I mean, at this point, what I'm saying is like, in for a penny, in for a fucking pound at this point. You like,
oh yeah.
You don't get to be holier than thou at this point because you have taken part in all of this. Like, had he stopped after the murder, he'd still be a piece of shit. Don't get me wrong. Right. But if he had done what I said, snuck out, went later, blah, 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 I'd have a just tiny little piece of like, I guess he's got some redeemability, but he's still a massive rapist.
Yes.
So, clearly all three of these individuals deserve life in prison with no possibility of parole.
Yes. So then we cut to later that night, and Buffy is having this really, man, it's a fucked up dream. It's fucked up. She's like in her bed, and then Spike's in her bed, and like trying to comfort her, and then they start going at it, and then they're in Spike's crypt, and she's like riding him, and then all of a sudden she's like in the woods with Katrina. And she stakes Katrina, and then Katrina's like eyes open, and she's like, Katrina's like, do you trust me? And then it shifts to like Buffy staking Spike, and then yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, and or no, I'm sorry. Buffy says to Katrina, like, "Do you trust me?"
Stakes her.
And then stakes her, and then it cuts.
And she's like, "Oh my god, I'm not even a vampire. That hurts so fucking much. That is the worst way you could possibly kill a mortal." Ah.
Right. She's like, "Oh my god, if I could have just turned to a pile of dust right now, that would be so much better than what I'm experiencing right now with this piece of sharp lumber plunged into my heart. It hurts so bad. I can feel my heart pumping around the stake. Why would you do this to a living person?"
And the biggest problem is, the stake actually isn't even that fucking sharp. It's kind of blunt, and you forced it through my chest cavity.
Also, I can feel my lungs filling with blood as well. Oh my god, it hurts, and I'm drowning.
If you actually have any soul, you would reach down and snap my neck right now.
Just please end my suffering right now, please. It hurts so bad. So yeah, and then Buffy wakes up and she gets dresses. She gets dresses,
and she puts all these. She puts like 4 dresses on at the same time.
Yeah, it's really weird. She gets dressed and she goes to Dawn's room and she wakes Dawn up and she's like, listen, Dawnie, you were never real. I
don't love you.
I don't love you.
Frankly, I blame you for the death of our mother.
I blame you for my mother's death, not your mother's death, because don't forget, you're not real.
Right. And by the way, all this incessant whining you've been doing lately about always being alone and stuff, you know what? We leave you alone because you're not real. You're a toy we leave in the toy box, okay?
Right. She's like, you know how you're always complaining about how nobody wants to be around you and whatnot? You're right. Nobody wants to be around you because
none of us like you.
None of us like you. You're not real. You caused a shitload of trouble I died for you last season.
And had to be ripped from the loving embrace of heaven to come back here only to put up with more of your incessant fucking whining.
Right.
So listen, I just wanted to stop in and let you know I'm going to go fucking kill myself.
Right.
So that I can go back to where I'm appreciated and loved.
Right. And Dawn just continues to be all whiny. She's like, I knew you hated me and didn't want to be with me and just want to get out of here.
Like storms out, and I'm like, God, I hate this character so. Yeah. And there's never a point, dude, even up to the final episode of this show, there is never a point in time where I'm like, you know what? That Dawn really grew on me.
Yeah. No, she goes to Dawn's room and she wakes her up and she's like, she tells her that she loves her and she's like, there was a this is so fucking funny to me. She's like there was an accident and someone got hurt. And Dawn's like, is she okay? And Buffy's like, no. And I'm like, well then you really undersold the severity of this accident, didn't you, Buffy? Someone got hurt. No! Someone didn't get hurt. Someone fucking died.
Someone got dead, bitch. Like I thought, because this is normally the kind of thing that I nitpick, but I was wondering in my head, I wonder if James will nitpick this. Because this is my normal avenue of, like, because she's like, someone got hurt. And Dawn's like, are they okay? And she's like, no, they're dead.
No.
And I'm like, wait, those two things are not descriptors of the same fucking situation.
There there is quite a large gap, Buffy, between I accidentally hurt someone and I accidentally murdered someone.
Right. Like it's not like, hey, there was an accident. I bumped a lady and she stepped off the curb and twisted her ankle. She's hurt. Or I punched a bitch in the fucking mouth with full Slayer strength, snapping her C3 and C4, which instantly killed her. And she rolled down to the bottom of a hill. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, you really undersold the severity of this incident, Buffy.
Yeah, because Dawn's like, is she going to be okay? And Buffy's like, well, people who are dead can't be okay.
Yeah.
And she's like, but you didn't say dead. You said she was hurt.
Right. And then Buffy's like, well, I'm sorry I didn't get more specific.
Buffy's like, listen, I didn't do well in school, okay? Like, what was that thing they used to call, you would have it on I-step tests sometimes where, like, such and such is as such and such. I forget what they call that. But it's like, yeah, you failed that, Buffy, because that does not, those two descriptors are not of the same incident.
I hurt and I murdered are not synonyms, Buffy. They are not synonyms.
Yes, I'm gonna need you to go back to high school. I'm gonna need that.
You to go back to high school. You have to go back to high school.
I think maybe, and I hate to say this, but I think Dawn might be smarter than you, Buffy.
Dawn may be smarter than you, right? Because when Dawn was like, "Are they going to be okay?" and Buffy was like, "No, they're dead." Dawn was like, "That's not the same thing as being hurt, Buffy."
You said hurt, you psychotic bitch.
You said hurt, you crazy motherfucker. What is wrong with you?
There was nothing about... You didn't even lead me conversationally in the direction of death. You said someone got hurt, and so I'm thinking, hey, can we start a GoFundMe for him? Can we give him a ride to the ER? You know, you didn't tell me they were in the fucking morgue, sis.
Right. So yeah, she's like, she tells Dawn that she has to go to the police and tell them what she did.
And Dawn's like, really? It's taken you this long? Like, how long ago did this happen, sis?
Right.
And then Buffy's like, probably about 4 or 5 hours ago.
Right.
And Dawn's like, and you, okay, you needed to go over this in your mind?
Right. And so you decided to come home and just take a little power nap? Just take a little power nap while you...
Dawn's like, she's like, beep, boop, boop, boop. I'm fucking calling these... Fuck you. I don't know you.
She's like, you know what, sis? I got this, okay? Boop, boop, boop.
They'll be here in a minute.
Yeah, Buffy's like, I've got to go tell the police what I did, and then fucking Dawn, man, she's like...
She does what we said earlier. She has a freak out, and she's like, I knew you didn't. You're going to leave me. Bah!
Yeah, she's like, you've been looking to get away from me since
You've just been looking for a reason. You killed that woman on purpose just to get away from me.
Right, you brutally murdered that innocent person just to get away from me.
And she runs in the bathroom and fucking throws herself in the fucking out the window, I hope.
Right, but no, she does. She teen dramas herself right into the middle of it. Like, this has nothing to do with you, bitch. This has absolutely nothing to do with you. Yeah. Like, fuck you.
I committed a murder, and being the person I am, I have to go turn myself in and explain that it was an accident, but that I'm willing to accept the consequences. This has nothing to do with you being a fucking cunt.
And I don't I understand that this is like common teen trope, you know, but
it never was in this show until Dawn came along.
Well, right, because we didn't really have a true teen in the show until Dawn came along.
We did, but I mean, they were teens and they weren't cunts.
But I'm talking like in shows like this, this is like a lot of shows do this, like the whole teen angst and everything. And I'm like, But where does this come from? Because I wasn't like this as a teenager.
No, I was not a cunt. I was an asshole, but in a completely different way. I was not a whiny cunt who was constantly like, why does everyone in the whole entire world hate me?
Right.
I hate
And
that.
I was fucking bullied. And I still wasn't like, why does everyone hate me?
James literally bullied himself, folks. And even he was not a whiny. Like, he would wake up every day and bloody his own nose.
Right.
And he was still not a whiny cunt about it.
Right.
He took his lumps
It. I took
and was
my
like,
lumps.
listen, I deserve this. I deserve this.
I deserve this. I was like, God, you fucking nerd. You fucking nerd. And I would just slap myself. And then I would go do a crossword puzzle.
Yep. He would sometimes go outside at night when his parents were asleep. He would open their car door, put his head in it, and just start smashing his fucking head in the door like, fucking stupid nerd.
Right. You read comic books, you fucking nerd.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It's okay. You just said a key thing though there, where you're saying, I know it's a common trope on these teen shows. This is not those shows.
Well, right.
We never had this before in this show. And we're seeing right now, it just doesn't fit, especially with the Scoobs all now in their 20s. You know what I mean? It doesn't work, man. It doesn't fit. It just makes everybody hate the character of Dawn. And Michelle Trachtenberg talked about that. She's like, everybody fucking hated my character, and I get it. And I'm like, then you should have killed yourself in real life.
No.
Then you should have, no. You know what I mean? It's like, she even saw it herself. She was like, I know why everyone hated my character. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not your fault.
Right.
It's just,
yeah. So then we cut to outside the police station, and what's happening there, Jeremy?
I don't know, but something hilarious is going to happen in this scene that I love. It's like the only thing that really cracks me up in this whole fucking episode, but so she's going to go turn herself in. Spike, of course, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, I have to turn myself into the police. And he's like, no, you don't, pet. Pip.
Did you pull the audio right from the show?
I did. Okay. So, of course, they have a back and forth, and she's like, I have to do it. And he's like, no, you don't. He's like,
right. And listen, Spike makes a good point here, and I understand that
he does make a good point.
And I understand that Buffy, as the hero, doesn't feel this way, but he makes a valid point. He's like, how many lives have you saved?
Right.
Like, one accidental death doesn't tip the scales.
He's like one stupid bitch that didn't even look tasty, honestly.
He's like, I wouldn't have sat on her.
He's like, I wouldn't even have eaten this ugly, fucking, nasty slut. And then Buffy's like, you know what? You're right. No.
But seriously, like, it is... And I know that sounds, like, kind of weird to say, but to an extent, it kind of is a valid point.
Yeah, well... Okay, how do I say this? All right. It is a valid point. And it's like, listen, what's that fucking phrase I'm trying to think of? You got to crack some eggs to make a fucking omelet, okay? And there's going to be... You're not going to tell me that in all these years that she's been slaying, like this is the first bystander that might have got wrecked. Like it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, do you think Duncan MacLeod is going to go turn himself into the police if he took out one of these evil immortals henchmen, and just, accidentally, oh, shit, I think I snapped that fucker's neck?
No.
Like, Duncan is he going to be like, I got to go turn myself in?
Right. Duncan killed so many innocent people trying to get to immortal bad guys. It's not even funny. Like, straight serial killer.
Not just that, but think of the Culloden. He goes and murders this motherfucker in front of his family.
Right.
So, yeah. Anyway, Does make a good point. Of course, she's like, nope, got to turn myself in. And he's like, oh yeah, what are you going to tell him? And she's like, what did you do? And he's like, I did what I had to do. I got rid of the body. They'll never find it. And then you immediately hear a couple of cops behind him that are walking into the building say, yeah, they found her body, just came up on the river. And Spike's like, fuck. And I'm like,
oh, balls.
I'm like, 200 years, and you have not come up with a better way to hide or dispose of bodies.
And I thought about that immediately too, but here's the thing. Spike never would have cared about that. So of course he
would just eat them and leave, yeah.
Right. So of course he wouldn't know how to dispose of a body properly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because that was my immediate thought too. I'm like, you've been alive for like 200 years, and you don't know how to properly dispose of a body? But then I was like, of course you don't, because you just feed and kill and leave. You don't care if anyone finds the body.
Sometimes he hangs out and has a smoke or two, you know?
Right.
Talks to the person, treats them like, Weekend at Bernie's, and he's like, oh.
Right, yeah. Sticks his hand right up their ass and puppets them around.
That would be interesting. So of course she tries to push past him, and he's like, no, and he manhandle, like, tosses her across the alley there, and then she comes up and, blasts him, and then he vamps out, and then they have some fisticuffs, and eventually she drills him with an uppercut that takes him off his fucking feet, flat on his back, and then she gets on top of him. And she begins to beat the fucking brakes off this dude.
She does. I'm going to stop you right there, because as this scene was going on, it's a good scene. Okay, I'm not going to take anything away from that. But one of my predominant thoughts was, someone really should have shown Sarah Michelle Gellar how to throw a punch.
Yeah, that happens quite frequently, unfortunately. Like a lot of times when she's having like a workout montage and it's actual shots of SMG and she's like working the heavy bag or something, I'm like, oh, oof. Like, they should only show like side, far back profile of when it's the stunt person doing it, because man, SMG can't fucking fight. Anyway, so anyway, she begins to beat the brakes off this fool, and his face is fucking hamburger.
Right.
She's like, you're fucking evil. You don't even have a soul. I'll never be your girl. And
there's nothing clean and good about you.
Clean in you, and you're just a total fucking asswipe. And then she stops, and he is like, all fucked up.
Yeah, but he's like, yeah, put it all on me. Let it all out on me,
Yeah. And then when she stops, he's like, well, you hurt the ones you love the most. And I'm like, good comeback. So, she then goes on into the police station. And she goes up to the guy at the desk, and there's like 1 million calls coming in, and he's bouncing back and forth between phones, and she starts to say something, and he's like, can you shut the fuck up? I'm on the goddamn phone.
He's like, excuse me, this is the missus on the phone. I'm trying to figure out what leftovers I'm having when I get home from working third shift here. Okay?
Right. Because I just told her, if there ain't no goddamn meatloaf left for a meatloaf sandwich, those kids and her are going to take a fucking beating. And I am domestic violence officer Frank. So
domestic office violence officer Frank.
So so then she says, or he's like, hold on, and he gets on a call, and he's like, oh, you got and this is so dumb, but he's like, oh, you got a name of that body? Oh, okay, and what is it? He picks up his pen and he's like, Katrina Silber. Okay, all right, thanks for the name of that body. and Of course, that clicks in Buffy's head because she's like, Katrina, this can't possibly be a different Katrina. This has to be the one I met 2 seasons ago.
Right.
So when he finally decides to turn her direction to help her out, she has fucked off. And, first of all, just quick question. Why would... Holy fuck, bro. Holy fuck. Like, what the actual fuck?
My watch this time.
I hate everything about you. He says... Shit, what was I going to say? You fucked me all up. I was going to ask you. Why would... I'm presuming this is like the detectives or possibly the ME or something that's called... Why would they call the desk officer and be like, hey, man, got the name for that body? Like, what does he need to know it for?
I don't know.
That'd be like calling the patrolman who's patrolling, the fucking red light district. Like, hey, got a name on that body? Okay, tell me. I'm going to write it down,
Right.
I don't get it. Yeah. It's so dumb.
But also, like you said too, like she doesn't know she doesn't know Katrina's fucking last name, Katrina from 2 seasons ago.
Right. She only knew that she was a chick who had been with Warren and got domestically violated.
Right. The only thing that I can headcanon to make it not that big of a leap of logic for Buffy is that she recognizes the name Katrina, and she recognizes that girl as being Warren's girlfriend from back then.
I wouldn't even say that much. I would say the name Katrina, then she puts it with the fact that, hey, Warren and his 2 nerd friends have been fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, because it was so dark, I'm going to assume she couldn't see Katrina in the dark after she viciously murdered her on purpose. So anyway, we cut back to the magic box, and Anya's like, is this the demon you saw? Points it out in the book, and Buffy's like, yup, all day.
Every day.
And Anya's like, oh, that's a fuckface demon. Yeah. And Buffy's like, what's a fuckface demon? She's like, they look like they've been face fucked for all of eternity. And Buffy's like, okay, makes sense.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting. Mental note. No, she basically explains to her, how does she say this? She said they're demons who don't really belong in our dimension, and if they are, and they're close enough to you, they start creating, like glitches in the Matrix, basically.
Anomalies, yeah.
And Buffy's like, that's what happened. And then Anya punches her and says, stop fucking talking like that.
Stop that.
And
Stop
Buffy's
right
like,
now.
I'm sorry,
Anya.
Please hurt me. And she's like, finally. So, she kind of, they kind of piece it all together. She's like, this has got something to do with that hairy-chested man freak, Warren, and the trio of nerds. And she's like, we need to fucking find where the fuck they are. We need to find their new lair. And they're like, got you, Roger. And then we cut back to the nerd lair. Or wait, no. Yeah, they're in the lair. Yeah, they're in the lair. And Warren is quite pleased because the Sunnydale police have ruled Katrina's death as a suicide, which I'm immediately like, what? You find a dead female washed up in the, what is it? The river? It's not a lake, it's the river.
The river, yeah.
Washed up from a river, and you're like, clearly a suicide. Like, there would be nothing about her body Okay. I watch a lot of those cold case shows. I love that shit. The medical examiner would immediately be like, well, she died of fucking blunt force trauma to the head. You see this massive skull fracture here and the pool of blood inside of her cranium? And the cops are like, I'm going to have to go with suicide on this one, Doc. So it's fucking stupid. This would never happen.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been okay if they'd have said, oh, it was a homicide. It's we're investigating. It's unsolved. We don't have any suspects or anything. But no, they went suicide. Listen, this woman clearly bashed her own skull in and then threw herself into the river. But Warren's quite pleased that everything's worked out. But he's upset that Buffy didn't actually take the fall for the crime. And, but he's like, we'll take care of her when the time comes. And Andrew's like, say that again. I got a little bit chubbed up when you said that.
He's like, ooh, that made my nipples hard. Say it again.
Yeah. And then Jonathan stabs himself in the neck.
Yep. With a pen.
With a pen, yeah. He's like, ah!
But he's not strong enough to get it all the way in. If he just kind of punctures a little bit,
it's just the tip of the actual writing of the writing part of the pen, yeah.
Right, and then he just gets it in. And he's like, "Oh my god, this hurts so bad! Why did I do this? This is the most pain I've ever experienced."
If it had plunged all the way inside, the amount of pain would have multiplied by a factor of 10. Okay. So, yeah. So, where am I at? Yeah. So, and Andrew says again, like, "Oh wow, we got away with murder, and this is actually kind of cool." And Jonathan's like, "Yeah, it's fucking awesome." And
again, as a viewer,
Jonathan
you're kind of
acting,
like, right? You're kind of like, well, you had an opportunity to get the fuck out of here, dude, and you didn't take
Guess
it.
what?
So
that opportunity's still there. You could still redeem yourself.
Right.
You could still get 1 point off your demerit chart of murder if
right.
if you went and you know what you'd be 1 point better than these two pieces of shit.
Right. You'd still be a piece of shit. You just wouldn't be as big a piece of shit.
Right. It would be diarrhea piles. You would at least be solid fecal matter.
Right.
With corn and peanuts in it.
Yes.
So then we cut back to Tara. Well, we cut back to the Summers house, and Tara's there with Buffy, and she's laying it out to her. She's like, "There's literally nothing wrong with you."
I thought you were going to go in a different direction.
Well, they were scissoring when the scene first started.
No, I thought you were going to be like, and Tara lays it out for her. She's like, "You came back fucking wrong. You are so fucked up. It's not even funny. You barely register as fucking human now, Buffy."
In fact, you were off the chart with your demonicness, actually. Like, we couldn't even register you on a demonic chart. You have a little bit of every demon that's ever existed inside of just your left pinky.
You are practically full demon now.
Yeah. Basically, Satan jizzed in your gene pool, and when we brought you back, you are now part Lucifer. Just telling you. No, she's telling her, like, there's nothing fucking wrong. Everything's fine. She's like, "You're being a fucking idiot. Quit being a little bitch." She's like, "Look, when you came back, because the way we brought you back with magic and all that and put your essence back in your body, it's just not triggering his fucking Pentium 233 in his head. So, don't freak out." And Buffy's like, Buffy's crying, and she's like, Can you check again? And Tara's like, "Yeah, no. Like, that was so boring to find out what I already knew. There's nothing wrong with you." And then Buffy's like, "Then why do I let him do these things to me?" And she's like, "Hurt you?" And Buffy's like, I didn't say that. And then Tara's like, oh, really? Spike, really?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, Tara's like, Buffy's like, then why do I feel this way? Why do I let him do these things to me? And Tara's trying to be so comforting. Like, Tara is hands down the best friend out of this fucking friend group.
To everyone in there, yeah.
Right. And she's like, hit you? And Buffy, like, just gives her this look, and Tara's like, oh.
She's like, oh. And she goes, I'm sorry. Hang on. I'm not judging. I just...
And then she's like, I'm not judging, but if I wasn't already a lesbian, that would have made me a lesbian.
I would be immediately asking Willow to marry me. Yeah, so, and Tara's like, I don't even know what to say, Buffy. I gotta be honest. And then Buffy, like, falls into her lap, like, with her head in her lap. She's like, don't forgive me. She just keeps saying that over and over. And I'm like, dude, if Willow walked in right now, and Buffy, because Buffy's on her knees with her face in Tara's lap, oh my God, Willow would go fucking Dark Willow.
But yeah, again, and it's because, like, Tara's trying to be so comforting. She's like, well, do you love him? If you do, that's okay. He's done a lot of good. And if you don't, that's okay too. And Buffy's like, how the fuck is that okay? Like, if I'm using him...
It can't be okay both directions.
Right. Well, Buffy's like, how, if I'm using him, how's that okay? And Tara's like, again, like, trying to be a good friend, she's like, it's more complicated than that. And that's when Buffy's like, no, like, don't forgive me. I don't forgive. There's got to be something wrong with me. Don't forgive me.
And then Tara's like, you know what? You're right. You were a fucking sick fuck. And I'm sorry we brought you back, quite frankly. And then she gets up and leaves. And, well, that's the episode, though. That's
the end of the episode. Yeah, she breaks down in Tara's lap, like, she's like, there's got to be something wrong with me, you know, please don't forgive me. And so
he's like, just chain me up and spank me with leather. And Tara's like, whoa.
We're not
like that. Oh, that didn't happen? Euro minutes.
Euro minutes. Damn it. Damn it. Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to play everyone's favorite game, Body Count?
Fuck. What were there? There were 3 demons. I don't know if they all got killed or none of them got killed. Oh, Spike, at one point, I don't know if this counts, in one of those hiccups, I saw him do this to one. I'm going to say, no. I'm going to say 2.
4.
Oh, okay. Not even close. I was going to say 1, so.
All 3 of the demons plus.
And I forgot Katrina. Duh.
Yeah,
plus I forgot my dignity. Yeah.
So Spike snaps one's neck and punches a hole in another one.
Right,
remember?
That's right. Yes, that's right. Yep.
And then Buffy killed the third one.
And then Katrina, and then my dignity.
Right. Our music this week: Bush with "Out of This World," Red and the Red Hots with "Boo Wah Boo Wah," Piotr Tchaikovsky with "Sleeping Beauty," The Waltz, and of course, as always, our original score by Little Tommy Wanker. Jeremy.
Yeah.
Can you please tell me and our lovely audience, on our sliding scale of 1 to 5, how many incels do you give this episode?
God. If it wasn't for all the rape, I would say it was a pretty good, fun episode and all that, but there was a lot of rape, so it's going to have to be a 1. It kind of sucks because we do move forward with the overall. That's the only reason I'm going to give it a 1. Otherwise, I'd have to give it a 0. Just because it's fucking gross. But it does move the overarching storyline forward in a very fucking sick way. Actually, I would say plot A and plot B get moved forward another step. So, yeah, it's just fucking gross. I'm not going to go in. Like, we went into it enough. Like, it's just fucking gross. Yeah. It shouldn't exist. No one who was involved with this episode liked it, from what I've read, and I've read a lot. So, yeah, it's a big one. I would say skip it. If you are at all traumatized by fucked up rape stuff and like just gross, yeah, just skip it. It just fuck it, skip it. Read the Cliff's Notes of the things that move the plot forward and skip the fucking episode because it's fucking sick. And that's all I got to say about it. James.
Yes.
On our sliding scale of 1 to 5, how many boo-wah do you give this episode? And tell me why it's 0.5.
I give this 1 boo-wah. So not a second boo-wah. Just one boo-wah.
Just one boo-wah. Okay.
Just one boo-wah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything this episode it was icky. It was icky. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It had some funny moments, but overall, I don't even feel like it moved the plot along enough to warrant it being any more than a 1. Like it's just an icky episode. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And
no one did.
Yeah.
James Marsters hated it. Sarah Michelle hated it. The director hated it.
Yeah, I don't. It's just not, and it doesn't. Like the way it moves, like the A plot with the trio ahead, just isn't enough for me to be like, yeah, this is anything other than a 1. Because there's so many other ways they could have gone about it without making it fucking icky. Yeah. It just. The whole episode it makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah. When I got done watching it, I felt like I had syphilis or something, like some kind of STI, like in my brain.
In your brain, yeah, brain STI.
Yeah, it was just like, oh my god, I need penicillin like quickly.
It made me want to inject bleach directly into my bloodstream because I felt so dirty.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you were gonna go,
And I actually did do that right before we started filming for the podcast.
James has passed away, everyone. It made me want to basically inject liquid fire into my urethra. And no, it was
yeah, it's
like
yeah.
Other episodes were icky too, but they like this one took it to that level.
Right.
And it's like, okay, there's something that no one wants to see. No one.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, BuffyRevisited.com. Do you want to say anything about it?
It's a website. It's out there. It exists. You can it's got some links on it. BuffyRevisited@gmail.com. That's our email address. You can email us. You can go to our Facebook page, hop into the comments section of the post about the episode we're revisiting that week. Leave us some comments. Same thing on the YouTube. Get this, though. You go to the YouTube channel, you're going to see the video version of this podcast.
Yeah, that's what YouTube's for.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And you can hop in the comment section there and leave us comments if you want to. If not,
don't leave us any on this episode. It doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, this episode it just made me so uncomfortable.
And it's like, listen, I'll be honest. I'll be perfectly honest. Way back in the day when this episode first came out, it didn't bother me as much because I was younger and more immature, and I was like, rape, that's funny. I'm just being honest. Like,
no, that's okay.
I don't mean like, haha, I want to rape someone. I just mean like, this kind of thing was like, just like black comedy to me, you know, but it's, you get to a certain age and you're like, there are certain things we should not
make
just
light
shouldn't.
of.
Like,
Right.
well, not just make light of them. Let's just not have it. Let's not have it in our entertainment. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, and see, this is kind of where you and I differ a little bit. Like, not that I ever want to necessarily see that in my entertainment, but if it's a subject matter like that and it's handled in a serious way that sheds light on the issue, I feel differently about that than something like this where it's being done for comedic value.
Yeah, and it's not done like well.
Right.
I will say there was one instance of rape in a movie that ended awesomely, which was it was a gore fest. I think it was called like I piss on you or I piss on your grave or something like that. And it's this woman gets raped by this like group of like 3 or 4 or 5 guys or something, and it's fucking brutal and gross. But the rest of the movie, she hunts them down one by one and fucking brutally tortures and then kills them. And I was like, okay, I can get behind this. It was pretty dope. Anyway, yeah, there's got to be so many people out there that get hardcore triggered by shit like this. And
I'm sure.
And it's like, does this need to be a thing? You know? Ugh. Okay, so we're fucking done with this goddamn episode. Thanks for joining us this week, folks. We apologize for how terrible it was. We didn't write it. Next week, we'll be jumping into Season 6, Episode 14, Older and Far Away. That we will. James, any closing statements? Any stock tips? Anything like that? No. Buy low, sell high. All right. With that being said, I'm one of your hosts. I'm Jeremy.
I'm your other host, James.
Ta-ta.